Hey everyone, welcome to Soul Whispers Tarot. I'm back again with another pick a card reading. This reading is why have you met this person? What is the purpose of your connection? So thank you so much to everyone who has liked and shared my videos and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you subscribe, please tap the bell icon and it will inform you every time I upload a new video. So I'm also going to attach extended readings on Vimeo for each set of cards. Take whatever resonates within the messages. Please don't try and make the messages fit your individual situation if it's not resonating. Overall, please trust your own intuition. And I've got 3 sets of cards again. The first set of cards is the compass. The second set of cards is the 2 chakra stones. And the third set of cards is a citrine stone. So I apologise in my previous reading. I don't know how I did it, but I'd mixed up the third and second cards. I'd put the wrong stone on the wrong cards compared to the photo that I'd used. So sorry about that. And thank you to everyone who has purchased the extended readings on Vimeo. I really, really appreciate it. So I'm going to give you a few moments to tune into the energies of the sets of cards to see which one resonates with you the most. Why have you met this person? What is the purpose of your connection? Okay, so this is set of cards number 1, which is the compass. And this is the before tarot. So the top row is going to be the overall energies, and the second and third rows are the clarifying cards. Sorry about this stain, it's wax that melted through the tablecloth. So what is the purpose of your connection? Why have you met this person? We have the 5 of Swords in reverse. Have the 10 of Wands. The 9 of Cups. The 3 of Pentacles. The Devil in reverse. And the 9 of Swords. So clarifying, we have the Tower. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords, the 8 of Swords in reverse, the 2 of Pentacles, Judgment, Queen of Wands, the Empress, the Sun, King of Cups, and the Magician. Okay, so what I'm feeling with this set of cards is there's some energies from the past, from before you met this person. So, and I feel this is to do with this 5 of Swords in reverse, the Tower, and Judgment. Some of you, these energies could relate to this person, but for some of you, I feel this is like the past, including other people before you met this person that you're inquiring about. So 5 of Swords in reverse, there was a lot of conflict in your life with other people. A lot of harsh words being spoken is what I'm feeling. A lot of like cutting words. People with a lot of guards up, a guard around their heart. People who are stubborn, like fixed in their ideas. Wanting to have control is what I'm feeling. So like power struggles, arguments, people with a lot of walls up around their heart. And the Judgment is like the ending of this karma, being able to see beyond the illusions that were keeping you or this person caught up in like the powerful like negative emotions that kind of kept them stuck in really getting sucked in to these arguments and this kind of conflict in their life. This Tower is saying to me that both of you in the past have been afraid to really open your heart because of a lot of past pain. A lot of people that have taken advantage or been abusive. But this Tower is saying that things have crumbled down. There may have been some kind of huge like breakdown or huge argument or some kind of split in whoever there's been arguments with. Something really major has happened where they had this judgment. Perhaps they were afraid, or you were afraid of being judged by other people. But this is the before tarot, so there's these coffins and they're dead. This is before the rebirth. So yeah, there was a death, there was an ending. Maybe feelings of betrayal, something like that, some kind of shocking ending, and something really painful, but it was just like karma. And whatever that shocking kind of end was has woken them up, because when the Tower crumbles, it's like the illusions we've built our life around, or our sense of stability, or our sense of understanding the world or other people, that's come crumbling down. The Tower is always a blessing in disguise. It's so that after the storm, the air is cleared and there can be this new dawn, this new day, this awakening, this rebirth. So before you met this person, I feel like both of you had to experience conflict, had to go through some kind of karma, and it was for learning. And I feel it's to do with both of you looking outside of yourself for acceptance, for love, for validation. But that was, you know, keeping you stuck in a place of fear because you were looking outside of yourself for it. There was a lack of emotional security within yourselves. But I feel whatever painful karmic situation has happened, it's helped you both to become much stronger in yourselves and learn the lesson to have the self-love and realise it wasn't personal when people were judging you, abusing you, criticising you, anything like that. Realising it wasn't personal, realising you deserve more, and so you've got yourself out of those situations. It prepared you to raise your vibration. So there's this 10 of Wands here, and this is the before tarot. So this person's paying this man to carry these wands, and it's like a construction site is what I'm feeling. So this is like paying a debt, or to me it's like karma, a karmic contract. You decided before birth, you agreed before birth that there was some kind of karmic cycles that were going to happen in your life. And like I said, this can be related to the person that you're inquiring about. Like, this could be what's been going on with you, but for a lot of you, like I said, I feel this is to do with other people in your past before you met this person, getting this karma out of the way. So with this 10 of Wands, it's like some of you were more like focused on other people's needs. Like, this person's paying this man and giving him instructions what to do with those 10 of Wands. So this is like some kind of karma where you agreed to basically put your own needs second to try and be almost like a martyr to other people. Something you needed to learn about that. Like something to do with over-giving to the wrong people, over-giving to emotionally unavailable or abusive people. And this is some kind of karmic cycle to do with a reflection of how you felt in childhood, where you felt neglected or abandoned or rejected or something like that. You agreed to have these soul contracts with other people throughout your life to sort of relive this karma, relive this wounding within yourself in order to bring it up to the surface, in order for some Tao moment to happen, in order to make you realize that enough is enough and you don't deserve this, you deserve more. So there was some kind of lesson on repeat, something that you weren't understanding to do with self-love, giving away your personal power to the wrong people, believing your sense of self-worth was based on these abusive people's opinions of you, giving your power away in that way. And that was what you needed to learn. And so with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it was like those fears were controlling you. And you couldn't see clearly for a long time, because the Ten of Wands is like carrying around heavy burdens. In the traditional tarot, he can't see where he's going because he's carrying those heavy burdens. That's like carrying the wounding of your inner child. It causes you to not be able to see clearly because you get so wrapped up in the emotions of abandonment and rejection. You can't see the bigger picture. But with this Judgment card, a lot of you have seen the bigger picture. And this karmic cycle's coming to an end. Because this Ten of Wands, like I said, it's like you were focusing on other people's needs more than your own. You were trying to give and give and give because you were trying to get the love back in return. You felt like you had to sort of ignore your own needs and just focus so much on other people's because you were trying to earn their love. But you were like burning yourself out and not loving yourself in the process. So what you're shifting, or you've shifted into, is this Queen of Wands. This is like personal empowerment. This is instead of like working with these wands to help other people, carrying burdens, this is like you've got your own wand here. You've achieved your own success, your own stability. You've graduated to this Queen energy. You're still a nurturing person, you're still a giving person, but now you have healthy boundaries. You're not going to give to people that are going to take advantage of that, basically. You're not giving to people that take advantage of you. You're still, you know, this nurturing, loving, generous soul, but you've learnt to balance yourself. You've learnt that it's not your obligation to basically allow people to walk all over yourself, to sacrifice yourself for, you know, because other people are trying to manipulate you and making out that they'll only love you if you do this or do that, or emotionally blackmail you or something like that. You've learned healthy boundaries, self-respect, independence. You've let go of codependency. Look, with this Nine of Cups, this is the wishes fulfillment card. You're filling your own cups, or you've filled your own cups. You learnt with that Judgment. You had this rebirth where you know you don't need other people to agree with you. You don't need other people's approval in any way in order for you to feel happiness, in order for you to feel stability. You've realised that it comes from within yourself, and not everyone's going to like it. Not everyone's going to like you being in your personal power because they can't manipulate you and get what they want from you anymore. You're filling up your own cups, creating your own happiness and fulfillment, emotional well-being. And I feel for some of you, the purpose was this person was karmic, and they've taught you this lesson of self-love and you're no longer holding on because you were seeking that validation. You're wanting them to love you in the way that your parents didn't love you or something like that. For others of you, I'm going to say it again, this is like your past, and you have met someone who's more in alignment with your higher vibration. Like you're meeting like people who can give and take equally and are on the same page as you, because you both went through this kind of manipulation in the past. So yeah, look, you filled up your own cup. You kind of said, fuck it, I'm no longer gonna mold myself or hide myself or try and be what other people want me to be just to try and seek their approval or avoid their criticism or something like that. You've increased your self-esteem like massively, and this is what's created this new beginning for a lot of you in your life. And I like this because it shows two hands. In the traditional tarot, it only has one hand, but to me this is like some of you have met like a true soulmate, someone who doesn't take advantage of your nurturing, giving, generous nature. This is like equals. You're equally participating in a new beginning, a grounded new beginning as well, because it's Pentacles, which is to do with the earth, the element of earth, the 3D, tangible new beginning. You're both giving equally, offering love and your generosity equally. And it's because you're both ready for that now. The Empress. This is all about birth, growth, abundance. For some of you, you learnt through past situations, you learn, if you're the divine feminine watching this, you learn to really embrace your divine femininity about being nurturing, because this is like the divine mother, being nurturing, like I said earlier. And even if you're a man, or even if you're the divine masculine, this can also relate to you. You're naturally a very giving person, and it's represented by the children, you know, looking after the children, putting the children first and things like that. But now it's balanced because there was this tendency to overgive to the point where you weren't giving to yourself at all. But this is like the balanced aspect. Because I'm seeing this is a 3, so it's like you're giving to this child, and to yourself. You know, it's about balance. You've got peace now with this dove. And this is like the healing of the inner child as well, is what I'm feeling. Some of you, this may literally mean that you're going to have children with this new person that you have balance with, because I'm seeing there's the children like here as well. The person's filling up their own cup, filling up their own heart and their emotions, creating balance, making their dreams come true, feeling inner peace. And yeah, there's just these children looking on. You may be like an inspiration. You may have these tendencies or these abilities because you're this divine person that's learned a lot of lessons. Maybe you can help children grow up like in a higher vibration, knowing how to love themselves more, because you've learned a lot of things to do with emotional pain and abandonment and rejection throughout your life. So maybe you can help any children in your life to learn differently, learn to not take these karmic situations so personally. So there's the 3 of Pentacles, with this new person, or it could be with this is all like with the same person. You may have learnt these lessons with them and now you're transitioning into more harmony with this person. It's all about working together. You've got a plan. And this is 3 again. And this is like the Trinity. This is like the 2 of you and the divine aspect. And they're coming together to build this cathedral. So whenever I see this card, this is like you can work together in a 3D and really ground this spirituality that you share. You've got a deep connection. And it may well be to do with some kind of mission where you're helping people. And again, it could just be children, or it could be like more than that. Because a cathedral is like a place in a 3D world where you can learn about spirituality, basically. Grounding the spiritual aspect of your connection into the 3D. So working together, there's a lot of harmony within this connection. Queen of Swords. This person may inspire you to speak your truth. Because the Queen of Swords is all about being authentic. It's about expressing your truth. This person, even though you don't need permission from anyone in truth, you may feel inspired, and it's almost like they've given you this permission, like this, giving you this crown. This is what's helped you to release old karmic cycles as well. Like you and maybe this other person didn't know how to speak their truth. You didn't know how to stick up or stand up for yourself in the past. But you've learnt that, so it's almost like being knighted or something. This angel giving you the crown. And it's a crown made of butterflies, so it's about transformation. Spreading your wings. You had to be in that cocoon. You had to go through those struggles, and now you've graduated that. And this person may just help you to know that you deserve to speak your truth. And speaking your truth is also what's helped you raise your vibration to be ready to be in harmony with this person. There's the Sun. So this is the happiest card in the deck. The most positive. It's about light. It's about rebirth. Healing of your inner child. In this before tarot, it's like this child's coming down from the heavens before it's placed upon this white horse. So this could be like the birth of your inner joy. This is like self-esteem as well, because this always reminds me of the solar plexus chakra, which is about your self-esteem, your free will, confidence, taking action based on your highest good. Again, this could literally mean like some of you are meant to have a child or children with this person. You know, take whatever resonates. It's like a brand new beginning. The Devil in reverse. You're helping each other to have this clarity with that Sun card, to be able to release, maybe understand this old karma with someone else, or like I said, it could be the same person. This is like releasing the codependency, releasing the fears, the wounds, the blocks, the illusions, the things that kept you stuck in fear and illusion and kept you stuck on that karmic cycle. Not really understanding the lesson, not understanding the bigger picture. But in reverse, this is freeing yourself from this. And this is the same sort of message with the Eight of Swords in reverse. This card is all about you know, the sword's been about mind and perception. It's like seeing things through the eyes of illusion, getting caught up in the negative emotions, getting caught up in the pain and the drama. It's not real. This is like thought patterns that are illusions, that are very self-destructive. Other people were probably feeding into that. A lot of criticism, a lot of blaming, a lot of projecting stuff onto you and this other person. And then the illusion is like taking that personally, like believing you're not good enough as a person, believing you're unlovable and things like that, feeling like a victim. It's all an illusion. It's all the lesson. In reverse, it's like you've realised that it was an illusion and a lesson and just karma. And that's why there's this King of Cups here. This is someone who is being given the cup from the universe, just like that Queen of Swords being given the crown and graduating, being able to speak your truth. This is someone who's graduated, like self-love. This could be a divine masculine, but I feel like it's both. Knowing how to have healthy boundaries and self-love and not take it personally, basically. Having liberated themselves from all this negativity, most likely through some kind of painful tower moment, which made them ultimately realise that they deserve better. They had this self-esteem, they had this self-love. Emotional balance is the King of Cups as well. Someone who's not afraid to express their emotions. An open heart. They're balanced emotionally, so they're not afraid to express how they feel. I feel for some, this is kind of like a separate sort of message. There may be some kind of sleepless nights, worries that have been going on with one of you recently. Not being able to sleep, thinking worst case scenarios. And it may be to do with trying to juggle like finances. Emotionally feeling a bit all over the place because of trying to make ends meet or something like that. Trying to juggle things. But the overall outcome is the Magician. This is the number one. It's new beginning. It's saying you have all the tools, you have what it takes to manifest, create a powerful, positive new beginning for yourself. Having this balance, because look, there's this infinity symbol here and trying to balance the coins, the money, feeling all over the place. Fears of instability because he's wearing red, which is the root chakra, to do with survival, stability, feeling grounded. But then there's the infinity symbol here above this person's head, but it's, you know, the coins aren't there anymore. It's like, instead of trying to juggle things, it's finding balance. This person is, it's all about balance in all areas of your life, because there's the swords, the cups, the wands, and the pentacles. So all the four suits. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on with an extended reading in Vimeo, and the link below is below this video for set of cards number 1. So I really hope you can join me in the extended reading. I'm going to be looking deeper into the meaning and purpose of your connection. And I hope this reading has really resonated. If it has, then please like, share and subscribe. And if you subscribe, please tap the bell icon and it will notify you every time I upload a new reading. So I'll be back again soon with some more pick a card readings. Thank you so much, and hopefully see you on Vimeo. This is set of cards number 2, which is the 2 chakra stones. I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot for your reading. So the top row is the overall energies. The 2 rows underneath are the clarifying cards. So why did you meet this person? What is their purpose in your life? What is the purpose of your meeting? So the 8 of Wands in reverse, the 8 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the 8 of Pentacles, the Strength card, which is another 8, and the 4 of Cups. So clarifying, we have the 2 of Cups, the 6 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil, the Empress, the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Swords in reverse, the 8 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Magician, the Star, and the Queen of Cups. So what is the purpose? What is the meaning of your connection? So we start off with the 8 of Wands in reverse, with the 2 of Cups, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So there's a lot of 8s here, and they're all like the main energies in the top row. So there's, 8 is the infinity symbol. It's about you having this infinite soul connection. It's about balance. It's about soul family, maybe twin flames for some of you, maybe soulmate. An unbreakable connection. It's to help you be mirrors of each other. This is the main purpose of your connection. Mirrors, to help you learn, to help you see what karma you have. To me, karma is illusions that we get caught up in. Like emotional drama. Things where we base our sense of self-worth on other people's opinions of us, and then we live our life in a state of fear and trying to mold ourselves to fit in, and all things like that. Illusions, things which make us feel like we can't be our true selves, or we've lost touch with our true selves. We can't even remember who we truly are, because from a very young age we've repressed our truth in order to feel accepted by parents or something like that. Or if we've received rejection after rejection after rejection, then a fear of just being open and extending our true selves to other people. I feel these are the kinds of lessons that will be brought up in this connection that you have with this person. But like I said, 8 is like the infinity symbol, so your connection is unbreakable. So like I said, some of you it will be like twin flames. Others, it is like a deep soul family connection, so you always have that connection. There's 2 infinity symbols that's also appeared, I'm noticing, with this Strength card. There's the one here, and there's the Magician. Okay, so the 8 of Wands in reverse, 2 of Cups, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So there's been a lot of delays, obstacles, maybe a lack of communication with this person. To me, this is all the fears. The obstacles are the fears. They're the illusions, because this 8 of Swords is all about illusion as well. Thoughts, limiting perceptions are what make people think they're stuck, but it's just a perspective. Not being able to see their true selves because of a lot of social conditioning that makes them feel like a victim. So their fears keeping people stuck. So there's purposely been these delays and obstacles, and it has been to trigger things within both of you. Perhaps you've sort of put yourself on hold for a long time, stagnated, maybe gone in circles with this person, but deep down there is this true love. There's this soul bond, like I've been talking about. This is like an equal connection again. and it's watched over by the divine, by other soul family members. It's 2, so it's like an equal partnership, an equal connection. Even if things may not appear like an equal give and take in the 3D, on the soul level, it's like you have this soul contract to help each other in different ways. You may have slightly different ways in which you need to sort of trigger the other person or inspire the other person, something like that. So Knight of Swords in reverse as well. To me, this is like an energy of trying to take control of things or have control issues, trying to force things before they're ready, or, you know, this knight is going to battle. It could be someone's afraid to face their inner demons, because there is the devil here as well. Someone afraid to face their inner demons, or both of you, and therefore one of you maybe be trying to force things to work with this person and force yourselves beyond these divine like delays and obstacles, and the other may be like running away and having control issues. But you are mirrors of each other, so if one is running away and it seems really obvious that they're running away, it's like saying that you're running away as well in your own way. And that can literally be when you're projecting some sort of idealizations and you've got control issues and you're wanting things to work out in a certain way, but then there's these very real like delays and obstacles and maybe imbalances in the 3D, and you may be just trying to ignore them and, you know, just make those go away, or blaming the other person, saying they should just make those fears go away or something. There's a sense of not being fully realistic and just sort of turning a blind eye to certain delays or obstacles or fears or wounds, and looking too much to the other person, but then not seeing how you're stuck within yourself as well. And this being stuck could be a deep down subconscious fear of true commitment, therefore becoming attached to someone who's also afraid of commitment. So neither of you being fully emotionally available. But like I said, deep down there's this true love. It's just like there's this fear as well. For some of you, this may not be about having like a romantic relationship with this person. This may literally be like a lesson to teach you about your own like commitment fears and your own fears that you've had about opening your heart in order to receive true love. On a deep subconscious level, this connection may have partly, I feel like it's helped you heal lots of things, like monumental things. You've both healed through this connection, and yet the main issue was you either weren't destined to be together in that like romantic way, or you both just had these fears, and your souls really love each other, and that's why you agreed to have this contract to really trigger up these abandonment wounds, and ultimately make you realize in the end that you had these commitment fears. You had these fears of opening up and being your true self just as much as this other person did. Because in a lot of cases we can blame the other person because it seems more obvious to us that the other person's like blocks. And it seemed, you know, with this 8 of Swords, we've got this blindfold. We can't see our own blocks. We can't see how we're imprisoning ourselves by refusing to see the truth of ourselves. And this is an 8. And what many people are refusing to see is it's a mirror. 8 being that infinity symbol. What one is, the other is 2. but you're liberating yourself from those illusions. This is moving away from the illusions, the, you know, choppy waters into the calmer waters, moving into a brighter future. And this is the number of love as well. Like, it's a very loving thing to have this soul contract with someone where they're basically going to like disappoint you and you're going to disappoint them. And, you know, this is like regretful transition. This is like moving on, but having, maybe not regrets, but feelings of sadness. Like it's taken a lot out of you. It's burnt you out emotionally a lot. It's like exhausted you. But it's very loving for souls to agree to basically disappoint each other so that you, and it's 11:11 as I say that, so that you can move on. You can move away from your own illusions. You can move away from your own bullshit that you're telling yourself, so that you can move into clarity, into truth. You can truly raise your vibration and come out of those karmic patterns and cycles. So you can walk away and go and find, this is another 8. All the 8s have come out in all the decks. 8 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, and 8 of Cups. Infinity symbol. So 8 of Cups. This person's walked away in order to find the 2 of Cups, which is like this. So they can come back with those 2 of Cups and have the 10 of Cups, which is the completion, which is true fulfillment. So some of you may have walked away and found the 2 of Cups with someone else, a happy, balanced partnership with someone else. And you may have walked away because you realised that you deserved more than having some kind of connection in theory. I don't mean that the connection wasn't real, but it was real on certain levels, but it wasn't real in a 3D level, or it wasn't grounding in that way. That's what the 8 of Wands in reverse means as well. It's not grounding, because in the upright position, these wands are coming down from the higher realms and they're going to ground on the earth. Not grounding in reverse. So you're finding that 2 of Cups, and that's like balance within yourself as well. Self-love, you know, the moon energy here, the subconscious, the illusions that you couldn't see for such a long time coming into your awareness, going into that shadow side, going into your subconscious, moving away from those illusions. Some of you, this is, you've left this connection where it is right now. You're walking away. You may be with someone else, or this could represent you with your, you know, finding your own happiness, your own joy, your own wholeness, your own fulfillment. And you need to have that, by the way, in order to have like a healthy, balanced relationship in general. But you've left these cups here. Whenever I see this card, it's like you're going to come back with, once you've found the 2 cups. This doesn't necessarily mean you're going to come back and have a romantic like union, partnership, relationship with this person. This is saying you're kind of just leaving it where it is right now. You're finding your own inner peace, but you know that this connection is infinite, like on a soul level. And so you both have this time of separation, so you can find this harmony within yourselves. And like I said, it may not be that you're going to have a romantic 3D relationship with this person, because it goes beyond that. It's about the infinity symbol. It's about your infinite connection, your soul connection. I feel like many of you have agreed to come to this earth in order to have these delays, these obstacles, these wounds, this karma, and really trigger that up within both of you, so that your soul connection can become more harmonious in general. We're not talking about just this lifetime. We're talking about your soul connection in the higher realms. We're looking at the broader perspective. Like the unconditional love, the love is still there and always will be, no matter, whether you're with that person romantically or whether you see it as a friendship or whether you really honour it as like a soul family connection that's here to just really heal deep, like soul wounding. Spirit wants to say that some of these connections are actually helping you to find like true happiness in the 3D as well with someone else. Like they're preparing you, but it doesn't necessarily mean once they've done fulfilled that contract, then your connection's like over. I feel like this is more of like an infinite connection. Like there will always be like a part of you, like a part of your soul. So, it's not the kind of connection where once the karma's like healed, then you just move on and you just cross paths and then go your separate ways. On a soul level, you're always connected, is what I'm feeling. But it may not be part of your contract to be with each other in this lifetime, or, may not be about that at all, like in any lifetime sort of thing. It's more about the deep soul lesson. So there's the Queen of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, some of you've really had to learn, like the purpose of this was to help you learn to speak your truth. Instead of feeling like a victim, feeling trapped, like some of us in the past may, or some of you, it may be in the present moment, you may feel like you've got to walk on eggshells. You've got to sort of sacrifice yourself and like not express your truth because you're afraid that might rock the boat with this person and it might make them like walk away or move away from you. So some of you have not been totally honest. Maybe you didn't stick up for yourself. Maybe you just put up with things that you didn't deserve to really put up with because you were afraid of losing them. And that was like one of the major lessons within this connection, that when you speak the truth, when you cut the ties, when you have healthy boundaries, then you truly realise, some of you, that this is an infinite bond and all your soul is wanting and all their higher self is wanting from you as well is for you to be your true self. I mean, isn't this what you want from this person as well? For them to just be their true self. A lot of people see how this other person's keeping themselves stuck, not expressing their truth, not being their true selves because of all this fear and conditioning. And isn't that all that you've ever wanted from them? Well, this is what they want from you as well. Whether that means, even if that means you're saying no to a lot of things and walking away. It's about what the soul wants. The soul wants for both of you to just be your true selves, no matter what that means in the 3D. A lot of the time we have codependency because we want things to be a certain way in the 3D. But then we can, feel like we become this person that overgives. Because this Ten of Pentacles is all about this man here who's provided all of this comfort, all this stability for his family. He's very loyal, like these dogs. In reverse, though, a lot of you, I feel, were overgiving, and to the point where you felt isolated. You may have been overgiving and seeing this person with someone else or something as well. And this is highlighted even further with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, because she's like mothering, nurturing, but in reverse it's like overgiving to other people and burning yourself out, not honouring yourself, not being balanced with yourself, not nurturing yourself. not nurturing like your inner child, having a lot of wounds, and that's causing you to overgive, and it's imbalanced. But a lot of you either need to, or you have spoken your truth, you've cut the ties. It may have come across as quite harsh. You may have bottled up a lot of things where you needed to speak up about them in the past, but you never did. So it all built up. And for some of you, yeah, you weren't going to take any bullshit anymore. And so you said what you had to say. You may have crumbled some kind of false sense of security, because there is this tower here as well. So 8 of Pentacles. A lot of you would have been working really hard, but you were working so hard on the wrong things. You may have been working really hard to like heal yourself, and thinking that you have all these delays and obstacles and wounds and illusions within yourself. And I'm not saying that isn't true, but you may have been like trying to fix those things just so that you could work towards having some kind of unbreakable bond with this person, but in a negative kind of codependent way. You may have been putting in so much work trying to provide for this person and being so generous with them, because you were subconsciously trying to make them dependent on you, so they felt like they couldn't leave. On a subconscious level, a lot of us can really overgive, because we are afraid of losing someone, so we want them to be dependent upon us. And, you know, I'm only saying these things because I've been through it, and I really couldn't see it. I thought I was working away, doing the right things, but I had this codependency. Again, this is saying that you do have this unbreakable bond, like there's these chains between you, but you know, as long as you're trying to force something in a certain direction and to become a certain thing or situation or experience through your own fears, then you're going to feel bound to this person in a negative way. When you heal your codependency, your connection will turn into the Lover's card, which is the light attribute. It's the freeing, liberating aspect of your eternal connection. Again, it doesn't mean that you're going to become like lovers necessarily. For some of you, you might. For others, it's the bigger picture of the soul growth. A lot of you have stepped into your personal power. This is the whole point of your connection. For you both, with this infinity symbol, both stepping into your power in a positive way. And this is self-esteem. There's a lot of yellow in this card, which is the solar plexus chakra. Self-esteem, using your divine power in a positive way, not using all your power and influence to subconsciously create codependency from this other person. Your souls are wanting you both to have this freedom to be your true selves, and that is your power. Wanting you both to have this strength, taming that inner lion, taming that conditioning, that human aspect of ourselves that wants to lash out, that wants to get wrapped up in all the emotional drama and believing that's real, rather than seeing from the biggest perspective that this is all about lessons, and not getting wrapped up in them and seeing, okay, well, why is this happening? Why is this manifesting? What am I supposed to learn from this? Your connection is strong when you tame that aspect within you that tends to want these chains or wants to grab a hold of someone or something. Tame that and you have this true strength. And that's when true growth can happen. The Empress. Growth. Rebirth. Going with the flow. You know, there's a river here. Going with the flow. Not trying to force as well, you know, not trying to force like the truth down, closing the mouth. Like, this could be your intuition, the lion that was trying to like roar at you, was trying to warn you, trying to like show you something important. Some of you may have been trying to like shut its mouth and not wanting to know the truth, not wanting to admit the truth, sort of thing. Empress, growth, and the star, healing, stability, being balanced, balancing the 3D and the 5D, balancing your emotions, being your true self, allowing yourself to be naked and vulnerable. The purpose of this connection was to help you both reach this strength. Some of you, it's like this connection's, if you're the divine feminine watching this connection has helped you to embrace your divine femininity. And now using that power in a positive way for healing, for balance, not for trying to work hard to create some kind of codependency so you feel like this person will never leave. So, 4 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups. Some of you, you're so focused, like you had tunnel vision on a certain outcomes or a certain person or something like that, that there was this new opportunity ready to come into your life, but you folded your arms and were looking away from it like, I don't want this new beginning, I want this. Even though there may have been like obstacles, delays, things not grounding for a long time. The infinity symbol, you know, this may have been going on a loop as well. 4 is stability. You were lacking like this emotional stability within yourself. So you were wanting certain things, but not ready to receive the new beginning. This could be a new beginning within this connection. It could be a new beginning with someone else. You weren't ready. You were like being stubborn, being controlling, working so hard to make this outcome happen, what you wanted, because of codependency. You weren't ready. This is an Ace of Cups being offered, self-love, heart awakening, you know, the arms are being folded over the heart. So some of you may not have realised that you were defensive and not truly opening your heart. You wanted this 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is like celebration, happy times. But whenever I see the 3 of Cups in reverse, it reminds me of like good times only, but the true connection is kind of out of harmony or fair weather friends or something like that. This is saying you were looking for love outside of yourself, celebration, good times, spending time with this person or something like this. You may have had like idealizations in your mind, but you weren't willing to fully look into your own heart. You were sort of keeping yourself blinded by thoughts on repeat. But there's this Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I love this, look. You weren't willing to look at that cup and accept the self-love and the new beginning, the new opportunity that was waiting for you. But then there's this Wheel of Fortune. You had a choice to make. Do I stay on this karmic wheel and miss out on other opportunities? Because this is what this card is about, missed opportunities. Do I miss out on other opportunities? Or do I step off that wheel and accept a new beginning? And look at this, the Queen of Cups. She's looking at the cup. There's a lid on it. Some of you may have had this choice like, do I really look into my heart? Do I open that can of worms? Do I really go inwards and do the healing work, like truly? Or do I keep working away illusions and codependency and kid myself and pretend to myself that I'm doing the healing work when really subconsciously you weren't. So a lot of you now are looking at your heart. So I'm going to extend this reading in Vimeo. So if you want to see like more of the outcome, more of what this connection means and what's going to happen, then please join me on Vimeo. There's a link to that. Set of cards number 2 Vimeo reading in the description box below this video. So thank you so much if you join me there. And I really hope this reading has resonated with you and been really helpful, and if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. And if you subscribe, please tap the bell icon, and that will inform you every time I release a new reading. So thank you so much, and hopefully see you on Vimeo. Okay, so this is set of cards number 3, which is the citrine stone. And I'm using the Tarot Illuminati for your reading. The top row is going to be the overall energies, and the 2 rows underneath are the clarifying cards. So why have you met this person? What is the purpose of your meeting? What is the purpose of your connection? So we have the 6 of Wands in reverse, the 3 of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands in reverse, the 4 of Cups in reverse, and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Clarifying, we have the 9 of Cups in reverse, the 5 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the 5 of Wands in reverse, the 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, the Devil in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, Strength in reverse, 7 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords in reverse. So there's really intense energies within this reading. I'm feeling there's a lot of karma within your connection. I'm not saying it's purely a karmic connection, but there is a lot of triggering going on here. There's a lot to be brought up for healing, a lot to be brought up into your conscious awareness. So 6 of Wands in reverse, clarified by the 9 of Cups in reverse, and the Devil in reverse. So for some of you, this may well be a karmic situation. You know, take whatever resonates. 6 of Wands in reverse. So 6 is the number of love. This card is about victory after battle, but in reverse, it's like, you know, I hate to say it, but some of you may have felt like this was love, and you may have put on some kind of like display to the outside world, like, well, this could be this other person, like they could have been like in a relationship, but it was all kind of false. But to the outside world, they were making out like everything was great, worrying about what other people thought of them. But for some of you, this was your connection. Like, you may have thought it was love. You may have tried to make it work. You may have tried to be victorious in love. But it may have come like crashing down, and you realised that all was not as it appeared to be. So the 9 of Cups in reverse, this is like disappointment. This is disillusionment. Like, in the upright position, this would be like your dreams coming true, wishes fulfilled. So again, there may be an aspect of, because, you know, it kind of looks like he's got these are like his trophies, and he's wearing medals. And so, yeah, on the surface, it may have been like, yeah, look, I'm with this fantastic person, we have an amazing relationship. But in reverse, it's not truly fulfilling. So again, take whatever resonates. This may be another relationship that you're in. So it may be a karmic relationship outside of this connection that you're asking about in this reading, whether it's them with someone karmic, or whether it's you, or both, or it could be your connection with this person you're asking about. There's a devil in reverse. So yeah, this is the shadow aspects of a relationship. It can often mean a karmic relationship or karmic marriage, something where you feel tied together, and it is normally the karma that makes you tied together until you've learnt the lessons from that experience. So this is like codependency, wounding, it could be abuse, it could be a deeply like sexual relationship, but perhaps it's kind of all for show, it's not really true. It could be like someone's using the other person, using each other. And there's Three of Swords, heartbreak. So for some of you, there could be a third-party situation. So it could be this other person who is with someone karmic, or you are. Or it could literally just mean that there's a lot of the pain, wounding being triggered within your connection. A lot of heartbreak. You may have attracted this person because you were already in this like state of mind. A lot of abandonment and rejection wounds causing your heart to not heal. Because swords are about the mind and perception. So whatever pains happened in your past, you may have subconsciously attached stories to do with feeling like you're not good enough for love. And then subconsciously we seek love and validation outside of ourselves. And it's often from someone who is very similar to someone else who's hurt us in the past. Someone who's emotionally unavailable or abusive or manipulative. It's subconsciously our way of trying to feel loved and good enough by seeking that approval and validation from the same types of people who are emotionally unavailable. Sometimes it's like a reflection of how we felt with our parents. And then it just keeps continuing in a pattern. Like we may feel this deep magnetic attraction to the same types of people. We may think, oh, this is our soulmate. But really, it can sometimes be that deep magnetic attraction is because they, on a deep subconscious level, remind us exactly of how our parents mistreated us, or how someone else mistreated us, or how they were unavailable. And so it's like our inner child is magnetically drawn to that person because we believe they're the key to heal that wounding. If they just turn out to be the one who's going to turn around and love us after all, even though it seems very unlikely if we look at it honestly. And so we think, we project all these expectations and dreams and desires that they're going to be the one that's going to heal our heartbreak. But then there's this Five of Swords. This person may be pushing you away, like other people have in the past. And it's not personal. It feels very personal. But these are soul contracts that come into our life to make us think that we're separate from love, think we're not good enough, and then we often go on this cycle of seeking validation from people that really aren't worthy of our time and our attention and our love, and to the point where we finally, hopefully, realize, I deserve better than this. And then we realize we deserve to love ourselves. Then we realize we don't need to seek validation or approval from other people. Then we have self-love. And then we raise our vibration, Ace of Cups, self-love, so that we know our worth, and then we can attract much more healthy relationships into our life. So yeah, there's this Wheel of Fortune here. This is the karmic wheel. So for some of you, this is a karmic connection. to help you learn self-love through you not receiving that love from this person. So you finally step off that wheel, you step off the carousel, you stop this pattern from repeating in your life. You realize that, uh-oh, I feel this deep magnetic, sexual, powerful, exciting connection with someone all of a sudden. And you ask yourself, well, does this mean that it's my soulmate, or does it mean that it may be a karmic situation that's so magnetic because there's some sort of wounding that needs to come up for me to realize something? So yeah, Ace of Cups clarified by the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So new beginnings. Some of you, you're having this heart awakening. This person has really hurt you, but it's broken your heart open. Maybe you were stagnating in the same kind of cycle, not really having self-esteem, but they broke your heart. So it opened your heart for you to say enough is enough. I deserve better. So you're overflowing with peace, allowing, you know, look at the stark contrast in these. I always feel the cups represent the heart. This is all the heartbreak. And then the peace, overflowing with self-love. And this is you sticking up for yourself, because this Knight of Swords is going off to battle, is very confident. But it's being assertive, standing up for yourself, creating victory, a new beginning, speaking your truth. No longer holding your tongue or walking on eggshells or trying to mold yourself or sacrifice yourself or be this martyr in order to just keep this other person around. This is you saying, I know I deserve more. Fighting for your own healthy boundaries. Fighting for your own self-love. Fighting for your victory. There's this mountain in the background, you know, rising up, ascending that mountain, raising your vibration. Ace of Wands in reverse. As soon as this came out, it made me think again of some sexual kind of connection. Karmic, you know, there may have been this deep sexual attraction, physical chemistry. Someone may have been like promising like a new beginning with you. They may have said about some dreams and goals that they have with you, but in reverse, they didn't have what it takes to really follow through. They didn't have the maturity. And there was a lot of conflict between you, perhaps. There may have been like control issues, like this person wanted to be the one in control. They wanted to be the one that caused the shots in the connection. This is like unhealthy battles between you and power struggles. I feel this connection has likely eaten away at your self-esteem a lot with this strength in reverse. May have been someone trying to keep you quiet. Because the lady has her hand on the mouth of the lion. Someone keeping you quiet. Maybe someone projecting. You know, for example, if they've done something wrong, in order to like shirk responsibility for that, they turn it around and project it on you and make out like you're the one that's doing something wrong, or how dare you not trust them, or how dare you accuse them of this or that. Four of Cups in reverse. Some of you are realising that you could potentially be missing out on better opportunities if you stay focused on this connection. Some of you feel like you're wasting your time with someone that doesn't deserve you. because this is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. And this is taking a step back, taking a pause to really look at what you're investing in and asking yourself, am I investing in the right things, or would I be better planting seeds in a different field, so to speak? Would I be better investing in other things, in a new direction? Some of you are confused. Seven of Cups, this is about choices. What cup do I take? What decision do I make? Do I stay? Do I go? This could be, these cards could represent this other person. They may be so fixated on having good times or drinking or living in the moment, but not really planning anything responsible in the future. And you may be offering this cup to them and they're not taking it. And it is because of their wounding, and they may be confused about you, like they may be wishy-washy, hot and cold, kind of investing in you, but some of them may be thinking, oh, if I have to really, truly 100% commit to this, then I'd have to do a lot of work on myself. It's going to take a lot of work, so they're like, I don't know if I really want to put in that time and effort, because it's uncomfortable for them. So they're like, what cup do I take? What do I do? What direction do I take? There's some kind of holding on to the comfort zone, not wanting to open their heart, express their heart. And with this Eight of Wands as well, it's like, I feel a part of them wants to keep themselves trapped and pretend they're a victim to themselves and be like, oh, I can't open my heart. I've been hurt in the past. It might happen again. And they're afraid of being stabbed in the back with this Ten of Swords. They're afraid of history repeating itself. Ten of Swords, this is like saying hitting rock bottom and the only way is up. But in reverse, it's like a resistance and kind of keeping themselves stuck in like the victim mentality, because that's the ego's way of keeping them safe in their comfort zone, rather than opening their heart and risking being heartbroken, kind of thing. So I'm going to carry this reading on and do an extended reading in Vimeo. So I hope you can join me. There's a link to that set of cards number 3 Vimeo reading in the description box below this video. And I hope this reading has really resonated and been helpful, and if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. And if you subscribe, please tap the bell icon, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading. And I'll be back again soon with more pick a card reading. So hopefully see you over on Vimeo. Thank you so much.